Holy crap, guys. We got to talk. I got to sit up for this one. We got to talk. Big tech is getting destroyed today. We have Facebook getting slammed. A lot of news out of Facebook we got to talk about, from a whistleblower to an outage, which I believe right now, as I'm filming this, Instagram and Facebook, both of those are down. We got to talk about Google, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, my thoughts on everything. We're going to break down some charts, what I'm doing as well. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your coffee, hit the like button, check out my Patreon down below if you guys want my buys, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more. All of that's on Patreon, and let's get right into the video. So QQQ, what you guys are looking at right here, this tracks the NASDAQ 100, right? Which is heavily dominated by these names that we just mentioned: Google, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, all of those names. And you guys can see it's currently down 2.5%, right? It's down about 9 points, and we have the index itself being down about almost 400 points. So it's not a good day at all out there. And on top of that, S&P is down 1.5, Dow's down about 1.1, and we have the Russell down about 1%. And if you guys have been watching my videos, which is why you need to subscribe, because we talk about all of these major levels in the markets, we talked about how QQQ, if it were to fail at 358, 360, which we talked about last week, how it was struggling to hold that level, we said the next leg down could take it to about 350, right? Comment down below. Do you guys remember me saying that? Well, it happened, right? We gapped down, we had the leg down, and lo and behold, we're at 350, 351, which was that low from the middle of July. So right now, it might seem like, oh, the markets are bleeding to death, which they are. You guys have to have a little bit of perspective here to be like, oh, okay, we're only at the low point from just 4 months ago. So it's not that, well, actually, no, 3 months ago, less than 3 months. So it's not that bad, but I know if you've been buying stocks the past couple of months, 2 months-ish, you're probably getting slammed right now. And me too, I bought some stocks recently. I'm not green on those stocks. So I feel your pain. And a lot of this is because of Facebook, right? And all these companies combined, I feel like when one big tech stock gets hit, it's like a domino effect. Pretty much all of them get hit, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. I mean, Facebook is getting hit the most. Let's pull up that chart, ticker symbol FB. This one's down about 5%. It's down almost $20 per share. As you guys can see, it is down from $384 just a little over a month ago, and that's putting it down about 15, 16%, well into correction territory. And we got news yesterday of a former employee accusing Facebook of putting profits over the impact of hate speech during a Sunday night interview on 60 Minutes on CBS. I believe that was last night being Sunday night, right? And Frances Haugen, I don't know how to say it, that's the whistleblower here. She said, and she, by the way, is a former product manager who revealed herself as the whistleblower behind a series of documents that were leaked to the Wall Street Journal. She said that Facebook is contributing to a toxic online environment for teenage girls, and that applies to different rules apply to high-profile accounts, and that the platform played a role on what happened January 6th at the Capitol building. If you guys remember what happened there, I don't want to talk too much about that because who knows, I could get censored here on YouTube, which is not what I want to happen. And she said there were conflicts of interest between what was good for the public and what was good for Facebook, and that's what she said yesterday on the 60-minute interview. She said Facebook over and over again chose to optimize for its own interest, like making more money, which, hey, I kind of believe her there. I'm not going to lie. Facebook, the targeting, all that stuff, hey, maybe they do do that. So I think there's a little credibility there, but I'm not fully on her side. I'm not picking sides either. I'm just reporting here what happened, right? Hagen will testify before Senate lawmakers regarding the social media's, Facebook's influence on children. I believe that's later this week, while her lawyer has said she has shared internal documents with attorney generals in California, Tennessee, Vermont, and has filed complaints with the SEC recently. And on top of that, on top of the whistleblower coming out, we have Facebook, the platform. Let me try and open it right now on my phone. Last time I checked, about 30 minutes ago, it was down. It probably still is down. Let's see. Where the heck's my Facebook app? I don't really use Facebook too much, I'll be honest, guys. But yeah, it seems like it's still down. Let me refresh here. Yeah, it's still down. Let's see here on my Instagram app. Instagram, yeah, it seems like it is still down. So there is a worldwide outage right now, and I believe that occurred last night at 5 p.m. I'm pretty sure that was a East Coast time right there, and that occurred with WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. And I don't know why the heck this is happening. Is this coordinated? Is this an attack? Is this just random outage that has occurred and lasted for a while now? I'm not sure what is going on, to be completely honest with you guys, but the stock is feeling it, right? This 4-hour chart, we're completely getting crushed, death cross, we're under the moving averages, all that stuff. Bad stuff, I guess you can say. I was going to say good stuff, but bad stuff in this case. And if you pull back the layers a bit, the 3-year chart looks pretty decent. I shared this chart on my Patreon earlier today, so make sure you guys subscribe to that if you want to. Sign up for it. It's linked down below. We talked about how this is just a simple pullback for Facebook. I mean, if you look on the 3-year chart, this ran straight up pretty much in a straight line from March all the way to now, which is October. Well, it actually started selling off in September. It had a half-year run, 6 months, from 320. Actually, no, not 320. From 260. Holy crap, I didn't realize how much this ran. From 260 in March to 380, it had a 33% run. So this sell-off that we've seen recently, 15-16%, it's not, well, it is taking a lot off the 33% run, but net, we're still up 16% the past couple of months, right? And you guys can see the 50 moving average, which, by the way, we're approaching that right now, this green trend line. That has been where buyers have stepped in pretty much every time we've pulled back to it over the past couple of years. So I believe this time might not be different. I mean, I think buyers could potentially step in here, so keep your eyes on that, especially as Facebook is getting oversold, maybe between 310, 320. Maybe we get some sort of relief rally there. So watch out for Facebook here, ticker symbol FB. And we got to talk about the other ones because, like I said, it's like a domino effect, right? One drops big, the other drops, then the other drops, then the other drops in terms of these big tech stocks, and they have such a big weighting on the markets. That is why we're seeing the Dow fall, even though the Dow doesn't have much weighting to big tech. That's why we're seeing the S&P fall a lot, and even the Russell, even though the Russell really is more of a small cap index. So let's see here. Google, which I've said before and I'll say it again, is my favorite stock. Google is down 3% on the day. It's continuing the downtrend that it's been in the past couple of weeks. In fact, today we took out the lows from Friday. The lows from Friday being 26.40. Today we hit 26.20, right? So let's see what the yearly chart looks like on Google. Okay, we broke the 50 SMA. It looks like we're probably heading towards 2,500 on Google here on the yearly chart. Which is right by that 180 moving average. The 3-year chart shows a potential bigger drop, which I'm all for. I mean, the 3-year chart here shows the 50 moving average being right around 2270, 2300, meaning, yeah, if we get a little more downside here in the overall markets, Facebook crashes more, bringing big tech down more, maybe Google does see another 5-10% drop. That's possible, which again, I'm cool with, considering I'm long Google. My share average is under 2,000. I would like to buy more at 2,200, 2,300. I'm all for that. So bring it on. Let's see a sell-off. I really am all for that. So Google, keep your eyes out on those levels. And for all these big tech stocks, for that matter, look at the longer-term time frames. Don't get too caught up in the 4-hour chart, which is the 180-day chart. Don't get too caught up in the 20-day, the 90-day, whatever smaller time frames. Look at the yearly, the 3-year, and heck, even the 20-year chart. Look at the longer time frame charts. Here on Amazon, on the 3-year chart, we're noticing this one's also, like Google, falling under the 50 moving average. This could potentially fall under 2,000 if things get ugly. No, not 2,000, excuse me, 3,000, right? Maybe we start going 28, 2,900, which I'd be a buyer of Amazon there. Let's look at Apple on the 3-year chart. Apple is not under the 50 moving average like Google and Amazon on this 3-year chart, but it is approaching the 50 moving average, which is in the low 130s. And you guys can see Apple has religiously, even during the March 2020 crash, it held that 50 moving average on this 3-year chart. So will this time be different? It could be, but I think buyers will ultimately step in here. Whether it's this week, next week, a month from now, I don't know. I think buyers could step in at around 125, 130, 135 even to maybe push this thing higher. Let's see Microsoft, MSFT. This one, very same, rather very similar to Apple. This one, it's selling off a bit. It's not under either moving average on this 3-year chart, but we do have some ways to go to the downside, maybe towards 250, 260, right by that 50 moving average, which, mind you, like Apple, it held it during the March 2020 crash. That is where I think buyers could step in, 250, 260. And at that point, guys, let me be real blunt and honest with you all. If we see big tech get to these levels where Microsoft's 250, Apple's 130, Google's 2,300, Amazon's 28, 27, 2,900. If we get to these levels, I got to be honest with you all, we're going to be in correction territory in the overall markets. Probably close to bear market territory. No kidding. Actually, maybe not 20% down, but if I pop up SPY, SPY's currently down, let's see here, 4-hour chart. SPY is now down roughly 6-7%. So if big tech gets down to those levels I just mentioned, maybe SPY goes down 12 to 15% from the top, which is not necessarily a bear market, but it's in correction territory. QQQ, very similar. This one's down probably a little bit more than SPY is. Definitely. It's down about 9%. So it's almost in correction territory. If Google, Amazon, Facebook, all those stocks get to the levels I just mentioned, a little bit lower from where they are right now, QQQ could be down 15, 17%, 12, 13%. Easily, probably more than 12%, more like 15 to 20%. We're going to be close to bear market territory if that ends up happening. Now, will it happen? I don't know. I'm here for the ride. I'm excited for it, and I have cash on the sidelines because let me tell you, like I said, I'll be buying more Apple, Amazon, I'll be buying more Google, and Facebook, Microsoft, those two I'm not in anymore. I used to own both. I sold out of them. And if they get to the right price, hey, maybe I'll buy back in. If Facebook starts going under 300, I might consider it. If Microsoft starts going low, mid 200s, I might consider it. But as of now, I'm mostly focusing on Google, Apple, and Amazon during this sell-off when it comes to big tech, right? Of course, I own other stocks, oil, smaller cap stocks. We go over those a lot. No need to cover them in this video because this is mostly a big tech video. So that's pretty much it. Some thoughts that I'm having, my thoughts on the overall sell-off right now, some key levels that I'm looking at. So if you guys found value, hit the like button, subscribe, drop me a comment. Do you think this sell-off is going to last a while? Is it a short-term blip, or are we going to just pop right back up into the holiday season, which I feel like I'm more leaning towards that camp. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Sure, there could be more downside in the short term, but I feel like we will recover into the holidays. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to check out my Patreon link down below if you guys want my buy, sells, call outs, plus more. And that's it. I'll catch you all in the next video. I'll pop one up here. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching again. As always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there. Peace out, guys.